Hello there, everyone. This is Quiversee, and welcome back to the Pokemon Platinum Nuzlocke. As a reminder, last time we went through exploring Sunny Shore City to get ourselves the Waterfall HM and finished out the trainers over on Route 223. And we ended off with me basically switching out to get Doofter the Bidoof as an HM slave. Without further ado, here's where we are, picking up where we left off before. All right, so now we're making our way back up through 223, and you might notice I made a slight change. I actually decided to switch out Onyxia and Spook. The reason for that is because although Spook is very strong, Onyxia is very durable. And since I'm going to need to be down one of my main team anyway, I want to make sure that I've got the most survivable Pokemon going forward. Ultimately, I'm gonna have to do some training with Spook once I make it to the Pokemon League, just to make sure that he is in top form for the Elite Four. But I figured it's worth it just to, you know, worry about that then. You know what I mean? Anyways, we got ourselves a trainer with a Luminion. Really beautiful little fish Pokemon. But again, it's one of those Pokemon that I just sometimes forget exists. I don't know why. I do not know why Luminion is such a forgettable Pokemon to me, but it kinda is. Anyways, now that we've done that, Doofter's gonna gain about 1 million level ups. Get ready for that while I'm, you know, still trying to evolve the silly little Beaver. He's gonna keep trying to learn moves that I am not gonna teach him because he is specifically there to learn HMs. And now we continue on our merry way in the water. And another trainer who is asking us to excuse her for wearing a bikini even though she is swimming in the ocean, so therefore it makes sense? I don't understand. Like, is she embarrassed? Is it... like, does she think it's inappropriate to swim in such a thing? Am I strange for thinking that it's strange that she says this? I have no idea. I really have no idea. Anyways, Doofter gains a couple more levels, and then we get ourselves an Azumarill. Sympath, I'm pretty sure, gains a level from this thing, because Azumarill actually worth a decent chunk of XP, and Sympath is very close to a level, as you can see. But of course, the Azumarill survives the Leaf Blade. Yeah, they're chunky little Easter eggs, aren't they? Either way, a Psycho Cut's more than enough to finish what little is left. Yeah, 700 XP! And Sympath hits level 44. Doofter hits level 12. And I don't think this is the evolution. No, not yet. Evolution time is later. Random Tentacruel time is now. And needless to say, Sympath was more than enough of a match for it. Doofter tries to learn Rollout, but I don't let him because he ain't allowed. Still does not evolve. It's happening soon, don't worry. But along the way, we find another swimmer. And he trains at the Pokemon Gym. I never really stopped to listen to the theme that plays when the male swimmers encounter you. It's kind of nice. Anyways, Oscar opens up with a Mantac. Honestly, not that scary. Yeah, it's part flying type, but I don't care. And Sympath is still more than a match for it. The Mantike goes down. Get a trickle of XP for everyone. Doofter gains a level. Big surprise. And now a Mantine, the evolution of a Mantike. For this one, I decided to just go straight to Lumen because water plus flying equals they hate lightning. One Thunderbolt. One dead flying Manta Ray. Decent chunk of XP for Doofter and Lumen. And we end on a Remoraid. Naturally, Lumen is more than enough for a Remoraid. Like, honestly, all the trainers on this route aren't really going to be too much of a threat. You know, being a water route, all of the trainers are going to be using water-type Pokemon. Lumen and Sympath are more than enough to just destroy them all. Also, this guy apparently trained with Wake's gym, which makes sense. Anyways, it's time for Doofter's evolution. And now we have a big, beautiful beaver in Beaver. And with that, we can see if my plan was worthwhile. Starting off, of course, with the most important move, Waterfall. And the answer is yes! Doofter can, in fact, learn how to fall the water. Naturally gonna get rid of Tackle for that. Like, I have zero intention on using Doofter in battle, obviously. Although if I were to raise up his level, he could actually hold his own in a fight here or there. But it's not like I intend to use him in the long term, so there ain't no point. Either way, teach him Rock Climb next, because he can, in fact, learn that. Beryl is actually a really good HM slave. They can learn basically everything except the flying type HMs. As we will see here in a moment, I can, in fact, teach him Strength. But when I did this, I completely forgot that I taught him Cut. And I couldn't get rid of it. So that was upsetting. Because I had to go all the way back to Cannonade to do it, and I just didn't want to do it at this point because I was already well on my merry way, so yeah, that's going to have to happen later. Anyways, we got ourselves a double battle coming up. I decided Onyxia's not allowed in that. So it's going to be a mixture of Lumen and Sympath. Let's see how it goes. To swim every sea there is. That's my dream. Deep breathing before battle. Breathe in and out. Deep breathing is one of those things that I never really think about until I have someone say it like that. But then it's like, it feels really good to do. Also, there's a Meryl on screen, so I'm just going to casually look away. Benefit of having to do this post-commentary, I don't need to look at all at the game screen while it's going on right now, so I can completely avert the gaze of that blasted Meryl. I am not kidding. I still get stressed out every time I see the face of a Meryl. It's a problem. Luckily, I've got two very strong Pokemon on the screen who can promptly get rid of it. All right, I heard it die. We're good. We're good. An Octillery and a Golduck. Pretty good, pretty good. You know, I know that Sympath's stats are already at their peak, but Lumen's I'm pretty sure aren't, and these are some good Pokemon to train for him. Like, I'm pretty sure that Octillery give, like, special attack, Golducks give special defense, I know Meryl's give hit points. So, these are going to be all good for Lumen in terms of stat gains. Like, I don't know all of the base stats of all the Pokemon off the top of my head, and I haven't been looking into that, you know, like, while training or anything. But there are some that I do know just outright. And, like, Golduck, I'm, like, 90% sure is special defense. Come to think of it, now I'm starting to wonder. I did the vast majority, like the lion's share of my training on two Pokemon explicitly. Chatot and Roselia. I wonder what they give. Roselia, I'm going to guess is special attack. Chatot, they're also special attackers, but I could also see them being speed. Then again, if he was giving speed, I feel like Sympath would have a bit more speed, because that's still my one complaint with him. So I'm going to guess that they're both special attack. That's my guess, my assumption. Anyways, yeah, Sympath, Almost bit the bullet right there. Kind of terrifying. I actually completely forgot that that happened. But, you know, he tanked it. He tanked hitting himself in the face after being splashed with a duck. And I was able to save him. It was fine. No death. No death here. Not in this fight. No, no, no. And we managed to get through it relatively cleanly from there. Oh yeah, I also completely forgot to take the XP share off of Doofter before entering this fight, so he's just siphoning XP from the main team. And I actually think it was around this part where I noticed it when I was doing this live too. I'm not entirely sure. Like, I can't even make out what I'm saying in the original audio. It's so bad. Still frustrates me. Anyway, that's it for these two swimming fools. Still got ourselves a nice chunk of route left to go, though. All right, I'm trying to take off the XP share. Sorry, I got quiet there because I was trying to figure out what I was doing there. Just opening the box, the screen, and then closing it. Anyways, random Pelipper. A complete non-issue for Lumen. And then immediately get into a fight with a swimmer boy who says he's traveling. I mean, I believe him. No reason not to. He's just swimming. And he's got himself a very cruel tent. Sympath is the best answer to these right now because of Psycho Cut. Tentacruel are way more special defense than physical, and they are weak to psychic. The math just checks out that Psycho Cut is the best move I have to deal with them. Second only to Earthquake on Onyxia, but Onyxia is weak to water, so that is not worth the risk. Such good XP for Sympath there. Almost 2,000. Yeah, at this point, I'm not even using the XP share, because I feel there really isn't a point. Not yet. I'm sure I'll put it back on somewhere between here and the Pokemon League. But as it is, everyone is battle ready, barring Doofter, but Doofter's just there to move rocks and climb up waterfalls and stuff. It doesn't really matter what happens with Doofter. I just don't want him to die, and as long as I don't throw him in a battle, which I have no intention to, he won't. But everyone else can hold their own in a fight. So unless someone starts really falling behind, or I end up having to deal with Pokemon on a constant basis that one member of the team can't handle, I don't really have a need to use the XP share right now. Anyways, we ran into another swimmer while I was rambling, and he's got a Floatzel. And at this point, I'm a little unsure what I want to do, because Sympath is hurting. Oh, looks like I actually didn't. I remember that I was like mulling over if I wanted to use Sympath and heal him, or if I wanted to switch over to like Lumen or something, but I guess no, I was immediately on the healing Sympath train. Oh yeah, and Floatzel tries to use Whirlpool for some reason. Which is basically just a water-type fire spin. It's not a terrible move, but it is really bad for Floatzel. It honestly isn't that great of a move. I don't know. Trapping moves have their place, but if you're playing with a Pokemon that is high actual attack power, there's no point. There's really not much point. Oh yeah, Sympath tried to learn the move False Swipe. A good move for when you're trying to capture Pokemon because it can't kill. But not when I'm playing with a team that is built for murder. Either way, this swimmer has himself a Tentacruel, which, as with all the other ones we've fought so far, will die to Psycho Cut. Another trainer knocked out of our way. And potentially drowned based on what he said there. So that random Pelipper gave Lumen a level up. You know, that's good. That's good. Lumen's getting a lot of action out here over on the open seas, I've come to notice. It's not surprising, it's just an observation. And one that I am very happy I'm able to make. You know, because I wasn't able to give Lumen too much action during Sunny Shore itself, being that it was all electric types there. I mean, I tried. You saw me try. But even with the ability of Volt Absorb, just wasn't able to do all too horribly much. Anyways, this trainer's got a Wingull, it would appear. I don't even know why some of these... Like, at this point, I really don't understand why at this point in the game, we've still got trainers who are using, like, lesser evolved Pokemon. Like Wingulls and stuff. I mean, we're seeing Wingull. We weren't seeing Tentacool. Every single time there was a Tentacool, it was a Tentacruel. But not every Wingull is a Pelipper. And don't even get me started on those fishermen on Route 222 with the level 42 Magikarps. I still can't get over that. Like, why? At this point, why? For what reason are they throwing those kinds of Pokemon at you at this stage of the game? It makes no sense. Like, at least Wingull can still attack if it is able to survive a single hit. Like, I understand Pokemon that evolve through special means, like, say, if we were fighting Golbats instead of every single one being a Crobat or something like that. But if it just evolves by level up, why not just have it be fully evolved if it's going to be, like, well past the level for fully evolving anyway? You know what I mean? It's not the only time that Pokemon does that. I mean, it's a pretty common thing to do, and it makes sense for, like, when you're around that level threshold for sure. But it does not make sense when you're approaching the end and you're approaching the Pokemon League after getting all of your gym badges. It just seems weird to me. At least this sailor gets it. He opens up straight away with a Pelipper. It doesn't do him any good. Doesn't make a difference to me. But he did open up with a Pelipper. And follows up with a Gastrodon, you know? These are the kinds of trainers that I would expect to see more of. Ones that have a fully evolved team. And yeah, Gastrodon, of course, quadruple weak to grass, so naturally Sympath is the immediate option. No mercy for the Sea Slug. Although I am still very sad I couldn't get to keep one up, you know. Like, I tried so many times to make the Gastrodons work. I still love that thing to death. You know? And Blorp was a really good one. Blorp was incredibly good. I'm still sad that, you know, that he died in the previous run. More so than I am sad about Meep dying in this one. But, you know, just wasn't meant to be. Much as I do love Gastrodon, the bottom line is that their overall stat makeup is a little too... What's the word? It's a little too widespread. Like, they've got really, really good HP, and they are slightly better at special attacking and special defense. But it's like, the slightly is the problem. Their overall stat total is pretty good. It's just, it's spread out way too thin, I feel like, out of everything besides HP. And without a decent amount of defense to back up that HP, they can still die very easily. They've got good typing. They can learn a wide variety of moves for, you know, for coverage. So they're still really strong if you can get a good one. It's just, you need to get a good one, and you need to be better at actually handling them than I was here. That's the bottom line. Anyways, we are almost at the end of the road. I believe there's just these couple of trainers, and then this, of course, random wild, which is another Tentacruel. Who would have seen that coming? And then we'll be at the base of the Pokemon League. So... Wait, what am I doing here? Oh, right! I wanted to switch to... Why did I want to switch to Brava? I don't remember why I wanted to switch to Brava there. I really don't. Anyways, we got ourselves another swimmer with a Golduck. And we got Brava. who's going to do something. Like, I do not remember what I did here. I guess I just decided to have Brava use return. I mean, as I said before, Brava is at maximum friendship as far as I can tell. Return does hit pretty hard. And with the Intimidate, that Zen Headbutt does absolutely nothing. These Golducks, they have nothing on Brava. I am still also kind of sad that I wasn't able to have a good Crobat. Like, Fantel was definitely nowhere near as good as Thella, but Brava is doing extremely well. Even if they can't have quite the same level of type coverage as a Crobat does. Apparently this girl won some kind of swimsuit contest. Good for her, good for her. Apologies that I'm kind of running out of things to say here. This is another reason why I hate having to do the post-commentary stuff. I kind of don't really have much else to say. But we're almost there. We're almost there. I think this is the last trainer before we get to the base of the Pokemon League. I think. And, you know, it's just a yet another swimmer with more fish. That Brava is more than happy to murder. Oh, and a Pelipper. Can't forget the Pelipper. I forgot the Pelipper. But Pelipper basically means Lumen gets to murder. One good Thunderbolt. And that's a dead Pelican. All right, now let's see if I'm right. Was that the last trainer? No, it was not. There's another one. But there's also a rare candy, which I'm probably going to end up saving for when I actually am about to take on the Elite Four, just to, like, top someone off. That's the current plan, anyway. Okay, sir. Yes, I know I can surf. I'd rather swim. I know it seems weird. No, not really. If anything, I think it's weird that so many people can swim, but we can't. Also, Gyarados. Even though they aren't as bad as they were, now that I've got access to things like Lumen, I still get nervous whenever I see them now. I think Cyrus has instilled the fear of the dose in me. And at this point, I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. Ultimately, I decide on the U-turn. Brava can outspeed it pretty easily, and I'm like, well, it's probably going to use Ice Fang. I think that Lumen can survive an Ice Fang. That was kind of my thought process at this point. But it used Hydro Pump, which I'm also confident Lumen can survive because better special defense. And once the Thunderbolt goes down, I know I've got nothing to fear. Dead dose. And a level for Brava. Okay, that had to have been the last one. Yes, it was. Because we have ourselves a large waterfall, which Doofter takes us up. And we are now at the entrance to Victory Road, the final trial before the Pokemon League. Unfortunately, there is a Pokemon Center here, which we can fly to. So, I'm going to be flying off to Canalave to fix Doofter so that he can learn Strength. And next time on the Pokemon Platinum Nuzlocke, we're going to be going into Victory Road. And I have not actually recorded that yet, so I will be making double, triple sure that the audio does not corrupt again, because I think I know what caused it, and it's something easily preventable. So until then, thanks so much for watching. Goodbye.